Hi everyone, welcome to MarikaCreations. Today it's the monthly collaboration for the boys where we create for the men in our lives. And I have two DIYs to share with you that I made for my husband. He is getting spoiled by now. I have teamed up with 4 other YouTube creators on this collaboration, and I will quickly introduce them to you. Elizabeth at Dandy Soap DIY, Elena at Elena Jenkins DIY, Tina at A Country Girl's Attic, and Jackie at Jackie Burns Creation. And I will leave links to their channels in my description box, so you can jump on over right after this video and check out what they have to offer. I will also, of course, leave a playlist to this collaboration for the boys, so you can get loads of inspiration. So let's do this. Let's get started. DIY number 1. My husband has plenty of medals from his previous years as a judoka. He has practiced judo for between 40 and 50 years, so that's a long time, and he has collected quite a few medals and he has nowhere to display them. So that's what I'm doing for him today, medal rack. But you can always use it as a tie rack or anything you want to display, really. Let's do this. And this is what I have to work with: a wood board and metal handles. I got them from my sister-in-law when she remodeled her kitchen, and I'm grateful for that, and I will use 6 of them. Start off by sanding the wood board, and the size of it, I just took what I had, but it is 40 centimeters by 63 centimeters if you are interested. I'm sanding the edges, I'm rounding them a little bit to make a nicer finish, and I also sand on the back side of it. Now I have measured where I want my handles to go, and they are going to be positioned on the upper part of the board, because the medals are going to hang down onto the lower part. So I'm taking my drill now and just drilling away and making all the holes that I need. Making the holes nice and neat with this metal tool. I don't have the English name for it, not even the Swedish name. And then after I'm done, it's time to paint. And I'm using this black satin color, my go-to color, and it's actually an anthracite. It's a very dark gray color, almost black. And I will apply 2 coats and let it dry in between the coats. I will not paint the back side of it, because it will sit on the wall and it will not show. I will also use some letters as a decoration on the piece, and I'm spray painting them in a black matte color. Just 1 coat. My wood board is dry now, so I'm moving on to dry brushing the whole board with white acrylic paint, so I get that grayish feel to it. And I love that the wood grain shows through a little bit. I think that will make a nice finish to it, some visual interest and not just flat black. On the back side, I am now screwing down some sawtooth hangers on the top there, and I will also position the screws for the handles. If you're new to my channel, hi! I am Marika, and on this channel I do lots of DIYs, thrifting, renovation of my home, some decorating, pottery, painting, anything creative really. Please join me. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and let's be friends. Now putting the handles into place. Just taking my screwdriver and position the handles, and we're almost done. The handles are in place, and now onto the lettering, and I'm all for affirmation, so I thought this would be a very nice affirmation for my husband. I am powerful. And I will use something straight, a ruler or something, just to get the letters straight onto the board there. And I will glue them into place using a wood glue. I'm just taking a paintbrush to wipe off any of the glue that has seeped through on the sides of the letters. And then it's all done, and this is how it looks. I love the finish of it. It looks pretty good. I am powerful. That's what you need to read every morning, every day. And here it is positioned in my husband's office on the wall with plenty of his medals. What do you think? I think it's turned out great. He's happy, I am happy. DIY number 2. My husband is a huge Pink Floyd fan, as you might know already from the previous For the Boys collaborations. I have already done 3 album covers for him. By now he has a small gallery in his office, and he loves it and he wants me to continue. So that's what I'm doing today. And today's album is Animals from 1977. Let's do this. I have this canvas that I no longer use, and I am putting on black acrylic, and I will cover the whole canvas, and I applied 2 coats to have a good coverage. And this is the image I want to recreate or interpret. And between the 2 front chimney stacks there is an inflatable huge pig floating, and I will try to recreate that. And this is a factory from London, and I have printed out this picture, as you can see, and I will cut it to size. And I also printed out the name of the album and Pink Floyd, of course, and I will put that on the lower part, and I will put them down using like a Mod Podge, but I have just diluted some ordinary glue with some water, and that works fine. And now I'm being a little bit impatient because I should have waited until it was all dried, not put that glue on top just yet, because it didn't do me very good, because it wrinkled up pretty bad. But I decided I would work with it, so I learned from my mistakes. I have printed out another photo of this factory, but just the front chimney stacks there, and I have widened it a little bit. You will see why in a moment, because what I'm trying to do now is to make sort of a 3D version of the front chimney stacks. So I'm cutting popsicle sticks, try to get them to size, and yeah, just watch what I'm doing. And I have some dowels that I will use for the chimneys. I am filing down one side of the dowels for the chimney, for it to sit flatter and neater on the canvas later on. And I have these pieces of faux wood that I have from IKEA to finish off surfaces when you cut them, and I'm using that to build up my shapes as well. So I'm just playing around here. Don't know where I will go next. I'm just playing around, and now I'm trying to get the thickness of the dowels to build it up so it doesn't look too out of place, if you will. I am now cutting out the last picture that I printed, and I will glue it onto my pieces so it will get the same finish as the printout that I have already put down on the canvas. So I'm wrapping the chimney and well, the little buildings there using some glue, and just cut them to size. Once I'm done, I will take some black acrylic to cover the sides of my small pieces, and all the sides that might show later on, so it will blend into the background of the canvas, which is black. Have you ever felt like, when you're middle of a piece, where am I going with this? This will not be good. And I was at that stage now, and I didn't know what to do, where to turn, and shall I just quit this, start all over? But I decided to go for it, and yeah, make the best of it. And yeah, it doesn't need to be identical or anything. Just take that ego and perfection, desire of perfection away, and just be a little artistic. So that's what I'm doing here, putting some black around it so it will look like that. And now I'm just painting the release date of this album, 1977, and on to hot gluing my buildings into place. Gluing the chimneys into place. I'm sorry that I'm a bit out of frame here. Now it's time for the piggy. This is one from my collection from when I was a child. I'm happy to be able to reuse it finally. And I'm just dabbing a little bit of black onto the buildings to make it blend in with the background. And now I'm just taking some thin jute twine to tie up the pig there, or make it look like it's tied up anyways. My final step for this creation is to make a border around the canvas, and I'm just mixed a color that is like a mustard yellow, that is the same as the letters of the words animals there. And I'm just using a ruler to get a straight line. It will not be completely straight, but in the right direction anyways, and that's what I'm aiming for. And here is the gallery wall in my husband's office, and there right in the middle you can see today's creation. I think it turned out okay actually. It is a bit wrinkly, but let's say it's artistic. There is the piggy. So cute in between the chimney stacks there, and it goes well along with all the other album covers. If you want to see the other creations of these album covers, I will leave a link to the playlist of the other videos for you in this collaboration. So tell me what you think. Leave me a comment down below. And if you like this video and videos like this, be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button, of course. And thank you so very much for watching. And I'll see you soon again in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.